Can one word really change your life or at least your year? That's today's topic in this brand new series called Bounce Up Fearless. I'm MJ Callaway. I am the author of the book Bounce Up. You can see it in the background. And this series will upload every Thursday. And we'll talk about issues and topics that have to deal with mind shift, shifting our mindset, movement, what we can do to create action, to continue with action that creates our own movement to help us get to where we want to go. And motivation, because let's face it, we can all use a bit of motivation, an uplifting message for someone to give you the tools and strategies to say, yes, you can do it. So let's get started. One word. What do I mean about one word? So there is a website called oneword365.com. I'll go ahead and post it in the description. And this website actually started back in 2009 from a woman who could not have her resolutions never came true. And I get it. I am better at creating goals than resolutions. And before I even knew about her website, in 2010, when I was going through a not so great time in life, I created a phrase, and my phrase was life is good. And yes, there is a company called Life is Good, and I probably at one point got it off of that company. But I used that phrase for 2 years to define my life. And I've been creating one word ever since. So for over a decade, and it has worked for me even during when I was fighting a pretty aggressive cancer. So it even worked for me then. So last year, my word was leverage. And as I give you 3 reasons why one word can work for you, I'll go ahead and share a few examples. So the word you want to create is a word that can help you achieve what you want to achieve or what you want your 2021 year to be. So what do you, at the end of 2021, on 12/31/21, what do you want to say about your year? And that can help guide you on what year that you can choose. So the first reason a one-word year works is because it can help define your year. It can help you give a parameter of your days, your weeks, and your months for that year. It's a guideline. You'll be able to ask questions. Does this take me to my destination? Whenever you decide to take action or whenever you make a decision, which is the second one. So it helps you make decisions easier. I had mentioned that. So in 2020, my word was leverage. And I used that throughout the year. Now, I started off the first 2 months of 2020 recovering from a major surgery. And I had 8 weeks where I wasn't allowed to do anything at all. No work, no driving, no lifting more than 5 pounds, no exercise. I mean, I wasn't allowed to do anything except heal. So taking that into consideration, I thought, what can I do to leverage these 8 weeks? And during that time, because I spent most of the time on the sofa or on my desk chair in my office, I was able to pull together content that I had had in the past or ideas. And I was able to create my newsletter, which is called Up Chronicles. So I use past content or ideas to leverage a newsletter, and I use that downtime to do so. The other way that it helps you make decisions is if you get an opportunity, and opportunities would be the same. Is this really an opportunity or is this taking you off track? So in this time frame, I was also asked to do a webinar. And when I looked at the topic, I knew that it would be a lot more research to put into it, and it would take a lot more time and energy than I wanted to put into a webinar that was a one-off. The content that I gathered would not be content that I would be able to use in my business. So to that, I had said no. However, leveraging that contact, I asked about another topic, and that topic was working from home. Because at that point, when this webinar was announced, we were going into a lockdown. So that word leverage really defined my year throughout the year. So to recap, how the one word year can work for you is 1, it's a guideline. 2, it helps you make decisions. And 3, it lets you look to see, is this really an opportunity or not? Now, for you to define your own one word year, think about, what do you want? As I mentioned earlier, what do you want your year to be? Where do you want to say you are at the end of the year? Imagine your life professionally and personally, because your one word year has to hit both sides, your professional side and your personal side, in order for it to be effective for you. So drop me, what is your one word for the year? Love to see it in the comments. Share feedback. If you have questions, be sure to ask. And next week, we will be talking about how you can implement it so that it works for you. This is MJ Callaway signing out for this episode of Bounce Up Fearless.